could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, and amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook and Capital OTB are the better choice.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
It's really nice. It's really modern, open, bright, and there's definitely a lot more machines where you can make your wagers. And I like the fact that it's open. Anywhere I look, I can see football if I want to, or any of the tracks. Then I can also see the people that I've seen for many years. You feel comfortable. The staff is great. It makes you feel comfortable. It's a nice place to spend an afternoon on the weekend.
This is the OTB Network.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. And I must say, for the first weekend in February, a sensational menu of stakes races and performances to bring you this weekend, whether it's Santa Anita, Tampa Bay Downs, or the Big A, which had a very, very nice Saturday afternoon. But we're going to kick it off. 3 stakes races on Saturday afternoon down at Tampa Bay Downs. Up first, moved to the turf last year after the Florida Oaks lost its graded status. Mark Casse, John Oxley send out the 4-5 favorite entry.
And they're off. Away and running in the Florida Oaks, and Sisterhood stumbles badly at the start. Toward the rail, spills it. Now moving up on the outside, there goes More Than Love. Far outside, Regalo Mia looking to cross over, and now She's My 10. Drops back to trail the field. Into the wire for the first time. More Than Love, and Castellano now goes to work on slowing her down on the front end and has the lead by a length and a half. Customer Base moves up now second. Spills it. Recovers toward the rail now to be third. Up on the outside, that's Regalo Mia now racing along for it. Toward the rail, Sisterhood with a ground-saving trip now fifth. Far outside, Dixie Strike, then it's a length and a half farther back to stablemate Northern Passion, and the trailer is Long Shot, She's My 10. 10 lengths from front to back as they settle for their journey up the backstretch. More Than Love in hand, and has the lead now by a length. From the outside, Customer Base stocks the pace setter second. A break of 2, Spills it's now third. Regalo Mia is a bit closer on the outside fourth, with Sisterhood now racing along fifth. Dixie Strike on the outside is sixth. Then it's a break of 4 lengths farther back. Northern Passion is now being asked to pick it up, and now the pace quickens. 3 furlongs still to run, and More Than Love has the lead. Customer Base is up on the outside racing second. There goes Regalo Mia now charging to challenge third. Northern Passion and Dixie Strike, they're moving in tandem on the outside. It's wide open in the Oaks. A furlong to run. More Than Love is there toward the rail. Up on the outside, Dixie Strike in full stride. And toward the rail, Regalo Mia down to the wire in a blanket finish, and they're 4 across the track. Too close to call. Dixie Strike might have got up with More Than Love, and running time on the board, 1:43.1.
Yes, the outside horse, the 1A, ladies and gentlemen. Dixie Strike getting off a nice score. A very, very interesting race. I know they score at $3.60, but you had 3 horses in the photo finish. More Than Love finishing second as the second choice, and Regalo Mia finishing third. I mean, Dixie Strike, first-time turf for Mark Casse, who improves on his 22% first-time turf. Wins for John Oxley. More Than Love, first start since Black Friday, winning the Miesque out at Hollywood Park, and Regalo Mia running on the eve of New Year's Eve. But Dixie Strike, offspring of Dixie Union, scores the favorite victory, making the turf debut. Second stakes race on Saturday afternoon at Tampa Bay. It's a grade 3, the Endeavor Stakes, but when you see the grade 1 winner, Zagora, in here, you're thinking a little bit better than your ordinary grade 3. Chad Brown sends out the 9-10 favorite, Zagora.
They're sent on their way in perfect order. Abuela breaks for the lead. Now moving up between horses, Jenny's So Great. Down along the inner rail, Marita Sangrita, and the last horse away is Dundalk Dust. As they pass under the wire for the first time, Exclusive Love now moves up and puts a neck in front. Crying Lightning on the outside second. Then it's 2.5 lengths farther back. Zagora in a perfect spot, tracking third. Abuela on the outside is now fourth. Then we go back to Jenny's So Great, now racing along fifth. Curtana from between horses sixth. She's only about 5 lengths off the pace setter, and she's 3 lengths clear of Marita Sangrita, and the trailer is long shot Dundalk Dust. 9 lengths from front to back as they settle for their journey up the backstretch. Jenny's So Secret, and Homeister slows her down and has the lead 3 parts of a length. Crying Lightning on the outside is second, a length and a half farther back. Zagora remains toward the rail third. Curtana is inching up now but closer fourth. Jenny's So Great is down along the inner rail now, racing along fifth. Length and a half farther back. Marita Sangrita is now sixth with 3 furlongs to run in the Endeavor. Exclusive Love has the lead. Crying Lightning under an all-out drive on the outside second. Zagora is full of run and needs racing room third. Curtana and Lascano goes to work on her, and she swings wide for the drive. They cut for home. It's Exclusive Love. Here comes Zagora on the outside, and Curtana is following her. The 2 favorites are bearing down. In deep stretch, Zagora absolutely explodes under Javier Castellano. In front and going away. Exclusive Love is still there for second in the game effort. Curtana flattened out slightly to be third. It's close for fourth. It looks like Jenny's So Great hung on in 1:40.4.
And a sad note to report, luckily not in our monitor, Abuela, who was last, passed away on the racetrack after trailing the field. And a quick note, in the program owned by Mr. Humphrey and St. George Racing Farm, and we'll talk about them in the next race and later on in the program. Those are new silks that I've seen pop up from around the country, navy with the red cross, and I'll touch on the silks in the next race coming up, the Sam Davis race. But look at that board there, ladies and gentlemen. Zagora, winner of the Diana Grade 1 at Saratoga this past summer for Mr. Schwartz and Mr. Brown. Kirtana, who won the Glens Falls 2 summers ago, 2010, I should say so. And then Exclusive Love, who in 2010 was runner-up at almost 60-1 to Perfect Shirl in the Lake George. This was a good grade 3, and Zagora made $3.80 look like a nice payoff for Chad Brown. But Zagora coming out of off the board finish, a nice race up at Woodbine that saw Never Retreat and Perfect Shirl hit the exacta. And Kirtana, 23 starts on the turf, ladies and gentlemen. 11, 4, and 7. That adds up to 22 out of 23 lifetime starts hitting the board for Kirtana. But Zagora kicking off her campaign rather nicely in Saturday's Endeavor Stakes. The topper on Saturday afternoon, reaching graded status a couple years ago, running for $200,000, which means the winner receives $120,000. And got to tell you, folks, I think that puts you in very, very good position when we get the full field of the Kentucky Derby. The Sam Davis, the 7-2 favorite, Echo Brony, want to mention, this was supposed to be the St. George Racing Stables, navy with the red cross, ran in different silks as the 7-2 favorite in the Sam Davis.
And they're off. State of Play is away sharply toward the rail with Holy Highway, and from the outside there goes long shot Fox Rules. Reverend is away with a top flight, as well as Moroccan Brew, and the last horse away is the late running Burning Time. To the clubhouse turn they go. State of Play, and his dirt debut has the lead 3 parts of a length. Fox Rules moves up on the outside second. Reverend gets over nicely to the 3 path and racing third. Then it's Battle Hardened. The maiden is now back to fourth. Moroccan Brew on the outside fifth. 1 length farther back to locally placed Holy Highway. Racing along 6, 3 parts of a length. Ravello's Boy is now 7th. Up on the outside, the Pasco winner, Prospective. He has clear racing room. He's racing 8th, about 9 lengths off the pace setters and 2 lengths clear of Ecabroni down along the inner rail. Up between horses neck and neck, and the traitor is Burning Time. That's the 11 of them as they leave the half-mile marker and circle the far turn. State of Play, trying to take them start to finish. Fox Rules at 99-1 is hanging tough second. There goes Reverend. He's cruising up on the outside in search of 4 wins in a row. Third, Holy Highway is 4th. He's only 2 lengths off the pace setters. From between horses, Battle Hardened is 5th. On the outside, Prospective. He's under an all-out drive with a 1/4 mile to run. Right now, Reverend is on cruise control, sweeping up 3 wide and now going to the lead. He has it now by a length and a half. Fox Rules is battling back gamely. Here comes Battle Hardened down the center of the racetrack. Inside the final furlong, it's Reverend, and Battle Hardened on the outside is charging, and Prospective from absolutely last, and he's in full flight down to the wire. It's Battle Hardened. Prospective is surging late, but it's Battle Hardened to take it under Julian Leperoux, close for second in 1:44-2 in the 32nd running of the Sam Davis.
And kudos to Eddie Keneally, who had cross-entered Battle Hardened in a maiden special weight race at Gulfstream Park also on Saturday afternoon. And when Saturday nightfall came, Eddie Keneally would have been sitting with $0 in graded earnings for Battle Hardened, regardless of the outcome in that maiden special weight. But he chose the Sam Davis as a maiden and now has $120,000 for Michael Tabor and Mrs. Magnor in the bank as Battle Hardened wins the Sam Davis as a maiden off the 12-1 morning line, finishes up at 9-2, returning an even $11. Prospective, and I thought it was pronounced Reveron, from tough outside post positions. They finish a nose apart for second and third. And one thing I want to say about Ecabroni, who ended up beating not a single horse as the 7-2 favorite, as a public handicapper who loves to take knocks against the chalk and short prices, etc., I don't think it was a god-awful 11th place finish, not beating a single horse at 7-2. The comment in the racing forum was, take it up at the break, then showed little. I don't agree. But Battle Hard now $120,000, now having broken the maiden in graded stakes early in the 3-year-old season. Gulfstream Park, just one stakes race to bring you over the weekend. On Saturday afternoon, they had a 5-furlong turf sprint named after their Kentucky Derby winner of many years ago. The Needle Stakes, even money, musical flair.
They're racing in the Needles. And it's indirectly AP to the front. Martini Madness, and from the rail, Hello Prince. These 3 sent along for the lead. Opening up 2 from Musical Flair, Diaz, and Silver Menace, who's taken to the back 5 lengths off the lead. It is Hello Prince on the rail, indirectly AP between, and Martini Madness on the outside. These 3 across the track. Silver Menace now gets going. Takes 4th, 2.5 lengths off the leaders while going 3 wide. Musical Flair and Diaz. 22-3 was the opening 1/4 mile. Not a fast pace as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Hello Prince, indirectly AP. To their outside, it's Martini Madness. Silver Menace storming down the center of the course. Musical Flair needs a way out, and then Diaz along the rail. This one's wide open. Martini Madness, Hello Prince, indirectly AP. Here's Musical Flair on the far outside, coming charging now, and Musical Flair will get up to win over Hello Prince, Martini Madness, and Silver Menace.
You saw a little incident inside the 16th pole. Hello Prince, who finished second under the line, was disqualified and placed last. Musical Flair, though. John Velasquez, seems as if I've seen this type of ride in stakes company sprinting on the turf before. Musical Flair scores the easy $4.20 victory. Martini Madness is moved up to second, with Silver Menace being placed third in Saturday afternoon's Needles. Saturday night down in Louisiana at Delta Downs had a big night of racing. We have 2 to bring you. Up first will be the Distaff, the 3-2 favorite, Lawyer Tiffany.
And they're off, and the Distaff and Delta Downs all seem to come away well. Warrior Maid is showing early speed near the inside. Lee City moves up to vie for the front position. On the outside, it's Productions Idol. Right between horses, it's Lawyer Tiffany. They've left the chute now. Warrior Maid on the inside with a narrow lead over Lee City racing in second. Productions Idol on the outside advances toward the leaders, though, with 1 lap to go. On the far outside, it's You Belong to Me, running right next to Lawyer Tiffany. She's vying for the 4th spot. Then down along the inside, it's Cat's Production. Behind those, about 2 lengths, it's Scarlet Tribute. That one's a length in front of Harley's Dreams, who's going to have to rally. Quarter mile here, winning 22 and 63 100ths as they head to the backstretch. It's about 6 lengths back then to Riley's Monarch, who's second last and a good 12 lengths off the lead. And it's another 4 lengths to the trailer, who is Tough Issy. They're on to the backstretch now. Warrior Maid trying to do it all on the lead. She's up by 2 1/4. Lee City is tracking in second with Lawyer Tiffany getting a bit closer on the outside. The half went in 46 and 71 100ths. Backing up a bit here is Cat's Production in the yellow cap. Along the inside, it's Scarlet Tribute. On the far outside, You Belong to Me is there, but that one's passed by Harley's Dreams, who's now on the move. Into the second turn, it's Warrior Maid and Eddie Martin Jr. leading still by about 2. Lawyer Tiffany getting a bit closer, 3/4 and 1:12.24. Back along the inside, Scarlet Tribute is back to 5th, as going by her on the outside is Harley's Dreams and You Belong to Me. Here comes the final furlong. Warrior Maid is set down for the drive. She's got a length lead, but here comes Lawyer Tiffany rumbling up on the outside. It's between these two, a 1/16 of a mile to go in the distaff. Warrior Maid is tough as nails, and it's 6-1. Warrior Maid will just survive. She wins the distaff over Lawyer Tiffany, who was second. Third went to Riley's Monarch, and 4th was You Belong to Me.
And for Warrior Maid, something we can't see in New York, Warrior Maid was cross-entered in the Matron, which was run as the 4th race on the card at 5 furlongs. But instead, Warrior Maid goes a mile 5 races later in the 9th on Saturday night, goes to the front under Eddie Martin and improves her position. You know, she was worked hard coming into the lane, and she had enough to hold off the 3-2 favorite Lawyer Tiffany, with Riley's Monarch finishing 3rd in the Louisiana bred Premier Night Distaff. And now time for the Louisiana bred Premier Night Championship Stake. Star Guitar, who has been a tremendous story, had a tough outside post position, 3-5 on the morning line, 3-5 at the betting windows.
And they're off in the championship at Delta Downs. Star Guitar got away well on the outside. Coming away fast is Unitas, who immediately goes right to the lead. Josiah's up close, as well as Classic Cascade. On the inside, it's One Pretty Penny as they race through the chute. It's Unitas and Diego Sainz going to dictate the pace here over One Pretty Penny and C.J. McMahon right to the inside. Those two are about 2 lengths clear. Vied from the Bayous, being followed by Josiah. And on the outside, moving up, is Classic Cascade. He's now into 3rd. 2 lengths back from there to I'd Like a Double, being followed by Hallway. On the outside, it's Populist Politics. Second last is Man of Strife, and Star Guitar is going to have to pass them all to win this one tonight. The quarter mile went in 22.87, so some taxing fractions here for Unitas, who leads it on to the backstretch. He's up by 1 length. Classic Cascade is tracking in that second spot as One Pretty Penny has dropped back a bit at the rail. In between horses, it's Eyed from the Bayou, and up on the outside, it's Josiah as they straighten away for the run up the backstretch. The half mile went in 46.95. I'd Like a Double is out in the middle of the track, advancing a bit. 2 lengths clear of Populist Politics, who's about 5 lengths off the lead. Star Guitar gets a cue now, as he is 3 from the back and beginning to gain on the leaders. From there, it's Man of Strife, who is second last, and dropping back to trail is Hallway. Here's the second and final turn, 3/4 and 1:12.11, and it's Classic Cascade and Richard Aramia at 60-1 now taking the lead. Unitas has dropped back second. Populist Politics putting in a bid, and here comes Star Guitar. It's got about 4 lengths to make up, rallying alongside I'd Like a Double. They have straightened away. Populist Politics up to grab the lead, but here's Star Guitar, and he just engulfs the leaders. Star Guitar going on to his 4th straight championship win. Here is one fine-tuned Star Guitar. Second went to Classic Cascade, 3rd was Populist Politics, and 4th went to Unitas.
And just a couple of clerical notes here. These races were conducted on a muddy track that was sealed. And Classic Cascade, we're used to seeing in New York the odds changing during a race, who ran around the racetrack and called out at 60-1, was actually 66-1 in the runner-up position. But Star Guitar, last early, first late, 8 in a row, 6 for 6 in 2011, now 6 for 7 lifetime at Delta Downs, 9 for 10 at this distance. Al Stahl sends out the very, very popular $3.20 winner. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll have racing from Laurel, Turfway Park, Oaklawn Park, and 3 from Saturday afternoon at Santa Anita. Welcome back to Horses and Courses, ladies and gentlemen. Now time to go to Laurel for their stakes race on Saturday afternoon. The Marshall Stakes and Dance to Bristol. Last seen in New York in the Ruthless, the 4-5 chalk.
And off. Double the energy, Dance to Bristol, and in between is Lady Junebug. Lady Junebug now there. They're chasing the speed of Double the Energy. Burst away to a 2-length advantage now. Defy Gravity is fourth to the back of the pack. Dancing El Anna is held up in 3 wide path out there. Under a firm hold in 5 lengths off the lead, and Tarelba down inside a little tight. Heading into the turn, and it's Double the Energy out there. Defy Gravity, Dance to Bristol is in pursuit from second. Down at the inside, they're racing third. Down inside third is Lady Junebug, followed by Dancing Anna. Defy Gravity is 3 wide, and Taralba is last. They move past that 5/16. Double the Energy is 3 parts of a length in front. Dance to Bristol, cruising up on the outside now to test with a 1/4 mile left to go. Double the Energy, driven along to keep going. Here's Dance to Bristol, set down on the outside. Dance to Bristol's grabbed that lead. Dance to Bristol, 1 furlong left to go. Oh, she's taking off from these fillies. Dance to Bristol, look at this powerhouse run through the stretch. Dance to Bristol all by herself. She'll win by 6 lengths. Taralba second. Dance to Bristol wrapped up under Elias Peltroche. Taralba was second, and Defy Gravity.
Yeah, it's about as easy as it gets for Elias Peltroche. Dance to Bristol, 5-2 on the morning line. You would have raced to sign up for that, but you get $3.60, one handily, nearly half a dozen lengths. Taralba and Defy Gravity, distance runner-up as Ruthless gets back on the beam with the convincing victory in Saturday's Marshall Stakes at Laurel. Turfway Park, ladies and gentlemen, a race for 3-year-olds on Saturday afternoon. Mr. Prankster, who was coming off the Turfway Park preview, was the 9-5 favorite. Breaks to the number 10 saddlecloth, ladies and gentlemen, which will be right in front of us on the screen. Please watch how well John McKee saves ground.
And they're off. For the lead from the inside, Sunday Mass and Phantom Fury. Between horses, Texas Josh. Boy, very tight quarters. Phantom Fury kind of ducked out there in the turn, tightened up several horses, but it's Sunday Mass who makes the lead. I'm sorry, it was Texas Josh, not Phantom Fury, who ducked out, but now it's Sunday Mass with the lead. From between horses, Phantom Fury. Up on the outside, 'Tis Tea Time. A close-up third. Then from the rail, Texas Josh is now fourth. Hand I Was Dealt runs fifth. From the inside, Mr. Prankster takes sixth. Magical Season is seventh. Then it's Tiger Dude. The trailer, Frankie is Rock. The half in a quick 46 and 3. But it is Phantom Fury who now comes away with the lead and opens it to 2 lengths. Tis Tea Time gains ground, takes second. Sunday Masses drop back. Mr. Prankster is gaining ground. Also to the outside, here comes Magical Season. As they move for the stretch, though, on the inside, Phantom Fury. In the center of the track, Mr. Prankster. Mr. Prankster moves by and gets the lead. Phantom Fury is second. Tis Tea Time has dropped back. Magical Season now takes third, but it's all Mr. Prankster and Johnny McKee just drawing away. Another win for Mike Maker and Johnny McKee. Mr. Prankster by 7. Phantom Fury second. Magical Season third. Frankie is Rock up for fourth.
You know, I'd like to note that, I often say on the handicappers report that the, first 16th of a mile for me as a handicapper is far more often important than the final 16th of a mile. I think John McKee won this race right out of the gate. You see 9 furlong races on the dirt at Saratoga, 9 furlongs on the inner turf course at Belmont Park. The ability to save ground. He took a 45-degree angle right to the rail, saved all the ground. I think that allowed him to go wide on the second turn. I don't think Mr. Prankster, who was an easy 7+ length victor at $5.80 on Saturday afternoon, wins the WEBN if John McKee doesn't pull off that early brilliant move by saving ground. So kudos to Mr. Prankster. And as I like to say on Horses and Courses, what would a show be without Michael Maker winning a stakes race? Phantom Fury finishes second. Magical Season checks in third. Oaklawn Park, ladies and gentlemen, the older horses on their way to the Oaklawn Handicap. No longer graded stakes, the listed Essex Stakes, the even money favorite, Alternation.
And they're off in the Essex. Alternation was off slowly and asked for a bit more speed. It happened again, came out beautifully. Racing Brand will hustle along early, and Twice the Appeal comes out in a good spot third. Alternation has made it up to fourth. He's about 5 lengths off the speed. They're followed by Color Me Blue, who moves over toward the rail. Bally James Duff is next, and the early trailer is A Student. It happened again, narrowly in front, pressured by Racing Brand, and Twice the Appeal gets the dream trip from third, less than 6 furlongs from home. It's another half dozen or so back to Alternation in fourth. Color Me Blue is more than 11 lengths off the lead, 3.5 clear of Bally James Duff, racing on the outside of A Student. They're heading toward the half-mile pole in the Essex Handicap. It happened again, narrowly. Racing Brand keeps the heat on second. Twice the Appeal just cruising along beautifully in third. Another 4 back to Alternation in fourth. He's 5 lengths clear of Color Me Blue, a length and a half to Bally James Duff. A Student has asked for a bit more. Twice the Appeal makes a 3-wide bid. Racing Brand the first to surrender. It happened again is still in front. It's It Happened Again by a neck. Twice the Appeal comes after him. Alternation is finding his best stride. He's within 2 lengths of them, followed by Color Me Blue in fourth. They're at the top of the stretch. It's It Happened Again on the inside. Twice the Appeal. Alternation let loose. And Color Me Blue is running on strongly in the center of the track. Color Me Blue coming after Alternation. These two will decide it. Alternation a length and a half. Color Me Blue chasing with determination. Twice the Appeal could not keep up. Neither could It Happened Again. It's Alternation by 2 lengths over Color Me Blue. And Alternation just far too much class for this field as he wins the Essex by 3 easy lengths. Color Me Blue was second. Twice the Appeal finished third in front of Bally James Duff.
Well, the comment in the racing form for Alternation, a bit washy while allowing the pace to go early, making, if that is accurate, making this an even more impressive victory coming off of October 16th layoff. This was the first victory for Alternation since he upset Adios Charlie in the Peter Pan. 0 for 3 subsequent to that victory in the Peter Pan for Donnie Van Hemel, but he scores the even money victory by daylight. Color Me Blue, who won the opening day 5th season, finishes second, and the runner-up in the 5th season, Twice the Appeal checks in third. Now, they still have the Razorback handicap leading up to the Oaklawn Park handicap, but Alternation, a very, very nice start to the season. Now we're going to go out to Santa Anita, the great race place, ladies and gentlemen. A terrific weekend of racing, including 3 on Saturday afternoon. And up first is going to be the Arcadia, one of those 1-mile turf races that I like to talk about. The mile turf races out in Southern California, a terrific series. And I thought the single most intriguing horse on the weekend, not a 3-year-old going towards the Kentucky Derby, but was Mr. Commons, who won the Sir Beaufort going a mile on the opening day of the winter-spring meet on December 26th at Santa Anita. He's the 2-5 favorite.
Away they go. All came out smoothly. In the center, Willie Conker's been sent for the early lead, but now Dewey Special, M1 Rifle between them right there too. Pathfork along the inside. Pathfork very keen to go on now, has pulled his way up a joint. Second, Calamonco's racing right behind the leaders. The favourite, Mr. Commons, taken back second last, and Masoni, the early trailer, gives them 7-length start. Into the turn they go, and Dewey Special, just at a sensible pace here, leads it by just over a length. M1 Rifle racing along in second, and Pathfork scrapes the paint in third. Calamonco's taken a nice old fourth, only 2 lengths off these leaders, and Mr. Commons on the inside. He's tugging his way along gamely in the 5th spot. He's only 3 lengths off the leaders. On the far side we have Willie Conker, and Masoni is still the trailer, got 7 to make up. They have a half-mile left to go, and Dewey Special in front, a half a length. M1 Rifle right there in second. Pathfork tucked in at the rail. Calamonco on the far side. Mr. Commons just been patiently ridden in the 5th spot. Nowhere to go right now. He's 5 off that leader. Willie Conker's been sent along, and Masoni's last, but only 6 lengths covers them all. They come into the top of the lane, and Dewey Special hanging on. M1 Rifle, Calamonco right there, Pathfork, and now Mr. Commons looking for somewhere to go. Let's see, he's got nowhere to go at the moment. He sees a hole on the inside. Mr. Commons been confidently ridden, going to go through on the inside. Willie Conker's coming flying, but Mr. Commons now given his head. He strikes the front. Down the centre, Willie Conker. Mr. Commons, though, very, very nice ride by Mike Smith. Mr. Commons wins at a length. Willie Conker's second, then Masoni and Calamonco finish fourth.
Well, there he is. Mr. Commons, who burst on the scene winning the Oceanside opening day at Del Mar, was good in the Breeders' Cup mile, but anxiously awaiting his 4-year-old season, and I count the Sir Beaufort 6 days before he became a 4-year-old as his 4-year-old season. Very impressive. Now, those are the familiar silks of St. George Farm Racing. Navy with the red cross, and there was a stewart's inquiry. I thought it was borderline frivolous. Willie Conker finished second. And one quick note about Masoni. I don't think you want to make a living trying to go through the same hole as Mr. Commons kicking in late. It reminds me of the 87 million when Pinkai on Sherwood followed Manila through the hole. You don't want to make a living doing that. But Masoni, under different tactics, could be good, because I think of the world of Mr. Commons going a mile on the turf. The final running time of 1:33.41. I know the rails were up, ladies and gentlemen. And just a quick historical note. This Arcadia used to be the El Rincon run in April, when generally speaking the turf is firmer out in Southern California, and the old Arcadia is now the Frank Kilroe mile run in April. My point being that I know the rails were up, and I know it's the early part of February where there's more give, but this was one of the fastest miles, that you'll see at Santa Anita. I mean, Daytona holds the stakes record, 1:33.13. I don't usually get caught up in that type of stuff, but I do think that Mr. Commons is continuing to show a display that he could be one of the finer miler turf runners we have seen in the United States ever. Now, I know it's not a big category, and I know Lore with Mike Smith leads the top of the road, but Mr. Commons, ladies and gentlemen, 2 in a row since the Breeders' Cup. 3-year-olds in action on Saturday also. This is the Bob Lewis, used to be the old Santa Catalina mile and a 16th. 3-year-olds maybe run now, maybe 2 more times, getting ready for the Santa Anita Derby before the Kentucky Derby. Liaison, the 3-2 favorite coming out of the Hollywood Futurity.
away they go. All came out smartly. Chips all in from the outside gate, but there's quite a rush on for the lead here. Isn't he clever? Liaison, I'll have another, all showing good speed. Right behind them, Sky Kingdom and Rousing Sermon. Groove and Solos down at the rail. And last of all is Empire Way. Only 5 lengths covers a lot. Past the 7/8 they go, and Isn't He Clever? They went very quick early, and he's taken hold of the bit. He wants to sprint away now. Isn't He Clever in front, just over a length. In the second spot is Liaison. I'll have another outside of that. Down at the rail comes Grooving Solo. Between horses is Sky Kingdom, and on the far side, Rousing Sermon. They followed by Empire Way, and Chips All In as last. Chips All In, 6 off the lead. They run to the half-mile pole, and Isn't He Clever? Still at a solid pace. Down on the inside we have Grooving Solo. Between horses comes Liaison. I'll have another on the far side. Now takes that second spot. Rousing Sermon caught 4 wide, but Rousing Sermon moving into contention. Then Sky Kingdom, Empire Way biding his time at the rail, and Chips All In is 7 off the lead. Coming to the quarter pole, and I'll have another now comes looking for the lead. I'll have another takes on Isn't He Clever at the rail. Right behind them, Grooving Solo. Liaison now struggling. Liaison's dropping back, going to try to find somewhere else to run. Rousing Sermon and Empire Way. They come for home, and I'll have another kicks away. I'll have another opening up to lead by 3. Oh, losing the rider here was Liaison. Liaison got squeezed between horses and lost the rider. But it is I'll have another coming home to win it easy. I'll have another, and Mario Gutierrez win it by almost 3. Empire Way was second, then Groove and Solo and Rousing Sermon.
Okay, a couple quick notes in here. I'll have another scores the huge upset victory here. I think my notes tell me the biggest price. My notes go back a long time for the Bob Lewis / Santa Catalina, but $88.60. First start since running up the track in the Hopeful Stakes. A brilliant performance for Doug O'Neill, who won this race 5 years ago, with Great Hunter returning $3.80, but now an $88 winner under Mario Gutierrez. First time dirt was Empire Way, who I thought ran sensationally for Mike Harrington to run second. Now, the fourth quarter mile was 24 seconds flat. I think that hurt Empire Way and helped I'll have another. And Groove and Solo finished third, was disqualified, and placed 7th. Not to make a big deal of it as they dropped Liaison's jockey, Rafael Bejarano. But I thought, Isn't He Clever? Under Corey Nakatani, the inside horse, was the bigger culprit than Groove and Solo. I don't know how many folks would have had the superfecta if Groove and Solo had been kept in, because I think about $7.50 hit it, and that was with a 3-to-1 shot sliding in and an 18-to-1 shot sliding out. But two things. The racetrack, I think, is playing fast on Saturday afternoon. Crown of Thorns went 140.76 for the stakes record. You see 140.84. So the track might have been a little fast. The price indicates an upset in here, ladies and gentlemen, but I thought a dynamic performance for I'll Have Another. The third and final stakes race from Saturday afternoon, keeping note that we just said I think the main track going 2 turns might have been a little fast. Time to wrap up the Strobe series. The 4-to-5 favorite, Tapazar.
For the Strobe Stakes sent on their way. Ultimate Eagle broke beautifully. Indian Winter on the outside runs up alongside of him. On the outside, Tapazar now going up a joint second. At the rail, Prayer for Relief settles in 4th, just ahead of Clubhouse Ride. Jay Cito is back 6 off the leaders. And then we come back to Biermeister and Balladry Contender trail early, 10 off them. They head past the 7/8 pole, Ultimate Eagle along the inside and Tapazar on the far side. Those two set a strong pace. They lead by just over 2. Indian Winters in 3rd. On the inside is Prayer for Relief, been followed by Clubhouse Ride. Jay Cito at the back of the leading group, only 4 off them as they try to slow it down up front now. Then there's a big gap of 5 back to Biermeister, and Balladry is still 9 off the leaders. They head to the half-mile pole. Ultimate Eagle, Tapazar now being nursed back into the second spot. Indian Winters run up alongside of him. On the inside, Jay Cito now getting up a closer fourth, only 2.5 off them. Clubhouse Ride being has to keep up. In behind that, Prayer for Relief, who has 6 to make up, 5 back to Balladry, and last of all is Biermeister. They run past the 3/8 pole, and Ultimate Eagle alone on the lead now. Ultimate Eagle in front, just under 2. Tapazar starts to come after him. Jay Cito now. Jay Cito chases after them too. Then Clubhouse Ride. Indian Winter didn't fire today. On the inside, Prayer for Relief. Top of the lane in the Strobe, and Ultimate Eagle the one to catch. Ultimate Eagle being very confidently ridden here, just having the reins shaken at him. Ultimate Eagle's clear by 4. On the inside, Jay Cito, and then comes Tapazar, but this is a one-horse race, and that one horse is Ultimate Eagle. A sizzling performance today. Ultimate Eagle and Martin Pedrosa romp in the Strobe. It was Jay Cito's second, then Prayer for Relief, Tapazar, Balladry behind that.
We recognize that the Charles H. Strobe Stakes isn't what it used to be. No longer a Grade 1, no longer run at 1.25 miles, no longer run for huge bucks, $200,000 now. But that performance by Ultimate Eagle, first time dirt, a son of Miz and Mass, and I don't know how many Strobe winners have produced a Strobe winner, but there's one, ladies and gentlemen. Miz and Mass is a son of Cozine, but if you go back about 10 years ago and you look at Miz and Mass performance in the Malibu and the San Fernando, it was dynamic. I thought Ultimate Eagle could take the race to Tapazar, who didn't have the race taken to him in the most recently run San Fernando. He did, went to the front, made it look so very easy. Jay Cito finishes second, and then you had the trifecta from the San Fernando, Prayer for Relief, Tapazar, and Balladry, who was my pick in this Strobe, checking in 5th, but this was all Ultimate Eagle. And you see the final running time, the mile split was 133.76, which I'm relatively sure was the second fastest mile split ever. And when the fastest was a world record performance by the bid, and I know he was going 1.25 miles, he went 32.4, but I think Ultimate Eagle might have run the second fastest mile ever in the Strobe. Made it look easy. Michael Pender wins the Strobe Stakes for the second time. He had Geronimo a couple years ago who paid $24. Ultimate Eagle returned $17. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we have the Sunday Stakes race from Santa Anita, then 3 from the Big A. Welcome back to Horses and Course. I shortchanged the Big A. 3 from Saturday plus Friday stakes race. But we have one more race from Santa Anita to bring you Sunday afternoon. Well, a race that used to be run a week after the Strobe. It's for the 5-year-olds and up, prepping for the big cap. The San Antonio, the 3-10 favorite, runner-up in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Game on, dude.
Hills sent on their way in the San Antonio. They all appeared to come out well. Game on Dude's been taken back to last early. Quickest into stride here is Skipshot, and Skipshot will go on to lead them. El Gato Marlo's going to settle in the second spot. Game On Dude quickly making up ground now, and Game On Dude's gone from last to go up and race in second. Bango's content to sit at the rear with Victory Pete alongside of that. Only 4 lengths would cover the lot. Past the 7/8 they go, and now it's Skipshot, the long shot out in front, leads them by half a length. Game On Dude goes to pick up the pace on the far side. El Gato Marlo's got the perfect spot in third, just 3 lengths off that leader, gets a little tap on the shoulder to stay up there. Then we come back another 2 to Bango, who's now 4.5 off the leaders, and Victory Pete last a length. They head past the 5/8 pole, Skipshot on the inside, but Game On Dude wants that lead now, and Game On Dude now puts his head in front as they run to the half mile, and Game On Dude starting to inch clear now, opens up a length. Skipshot quite content to let him go on with it. Then it's 2 back to El Gato Marlo. Bango starting to move on the far side. He's only 4 off that leader now, and Victory Pete still last. 3/8 of a mile to go, and Game On Dude's opened up to lead by 3. Bungo now comes out the pack to chase him home. Skipshot, Victory Pete, El Gato Marlo didn't fire, he's dropped out last. They're at the top of the lane now, and Game On Dude clear by 2.5. Bango's casing after him second, then Victory Pete, but Game On Dude finding more on the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Game On Dude still well clear. Game On Dude by 4 lengths. Bango's not making any impression, and it is going to be Game On Dude and Chantel Sutherland to take the San Antonio Stakes very impressively. Game On Dude easy. Bango ran his heart out in second. Victory Pete third, then Skipshot and El Gato Marlo.
A terrific start to the 5-year-old season. A little squeezing going on at the beginning, but Game On Dude, patiently ridden by Chantal Sutherland, makes it look easy, winning by a handful, plus returning $2.60 for Bob Baffert. In this day and age, with the Dubai World Cup being $10 million, I don't know if the San Antonio winner and the Strobe winner are going to show up and face off in the big cap, and I certainly don't know that they would repeat their prep for the big cap with their performances, but if they were, what a terrific showdown it would be. Game On Dude, very, very nice debut to the 5-year-old season. 4 stakes races to bring you from the Big A. Friday afternoon, off since early May, the 8-5 favorite, Big Brownie in the Holly Springs.
And they're off. Nicole's Miss L breaks well on the far outside. Now Saltamontes moves up, and Big Brownie is there. Up the backstretch, Saltamontes with the lead. Nicole's Miss L in second, Big Brownie is third. Lady Grace Note in fourth, and Guyana Princess is fifth. It's Saltamontes leading here by a length over Nicole's Miss L, a break of 3.5 lengths to Big Brownie in third, the opening quarter mile in 23 2/5 seconds. Saltamontes leads the field into the far turn. Saltamontes by a neck. Nicole's Miss L now draws right alongside. So it's Saltamontes and Nicole's Miss L, and those two have 6 lengths on Lady Grace Note, who takes third, Big Brownie in fourth, and farther back, Guyana Princess. They're at the top of the stretch after a half in 46 4/5 seconds. Saltamontes and Nicole's Miss L, and Big Brownie is closing in now on the outside. Then Lady Grace Note, they pass the 8th pole. Saltamontes on the outside, Big Brownie. Lady Grace Note looking for racing room. Here's Big Brownie now to take the lead in deep stretch, and Big Brownie wins it. Looked like Lady Grace Note came up on the outside to get second. Close for third, Saltamontes and Nicole's Miss L.
Big Brownie, the $5.30 winner for Leah Germati, owner and trainer. Irad Ortiz gets them out. Looked like it was tough sledding in the stretch off the May 4th layoff, but Big Brownie scores in Friday's Holly Springs. 3 stakes races on Saturday afternoon at the Big A. Up first, Nicole H, 1-2 in the correction.
And they're off. Winning Image from the outside, out for the lead. She's cleared the field, and she's in front by 2. Golden Mystery in second. Nicole H, the favorite, is third in the early going here with Love That Dance in fourth, and Hunches and Punches. Streaker on the outside, and Cinco de Mayo Mio
at the rail. Winning Image leads by 2 lengths. Golden Mystery second by a head with Nicole H in third. The opening quarter in 23 seconds. They head for the far turn. Winning Image on top here by a length. Golden Mystery giving chase in second. Nicole H down at the rail in third. Then it's Love That Dance, followed by Hunches and Punches, Streaker, and Cinco de Mayo Mio's at the back. They're at the top of the stretch now. Winning Image holding on to a narrow lead over Golden Mystery. Nicole H looking to come on through now. Golden Mystery is taken over, but here comes Nicole H at the rail. Nicole H up to grab the lead from Golden Mystery, and Nicole H strides away. She's going to stay undefeated on the inner track. Nicole H wins the correction by 3. Hunches and Punches came on to get second. A photo for third.
Nicole H., maybe some anxious backers at $3 for Mike Hushin and Ramon Dominguez. Hunches and Punches, a nice finish at better than 20-1 for David Cohen. And Golden Mystery, who I thought was going to repel Hunches and Punches for a second, but not the case, finishing third. But Nicole H., as you heard John Embrial, another inner dirt track maven. 8th race on the card Saturday afternoon, 6 furlongs, grade 3. The Toboggan. Todd Pletcher sends out the 2-5 entry.
And they're off. Bit of a stumble at the start for Kelly Brachoa. Going out for the lead is a Disky Dance. Rule by Night in second. Kelly Brachoa now moves up on the outside from third. Flat Bold is in fourth. Down at the rail is a Dr. Disco. On the far outside is a Candyman E with Kaisha Electronica. Disky Dance leads here by a length and a half. Kali Brachoa is in second. Dr. Disco is now in third with Candyman E on the outside in fourth through an opening quarter in 23 and 1/5 seconds. Rule by Night right together with Kaisha Electronica and Flat Bowl down at the rail. It's Disky Dance with the lead as they come for the head of the stretch. Kali Brachoa is in second, the half mile in 46 seconds. Disky Dance has got the lead. Kali Brachoa all out on the outside and getting closer. And now Kali Brachoa has taken the lead from Disky Dance. Kaisha Electronica moves up into third as they pass the 16th pole. It's Kali Brachoa with the lead, and Kali Brachoa will take the Toboggan. Disky Dance was second, then Kaisha Electronica, followed by Candyman E and Flat Bold.
Todd Pletcher runs 1-3 at 2-5. Cornelia Velasquez guiding Kali Brachoa to victory in the Toboggan coming out of the Cigar Mile. Stumbled at the start, but settled in second behind the Invader Disky Dance, who was trying to make every pole a winning one as the longest price on the board. And the other Todd Pletcher runner, Kaji Electronica, finishes third. And even with the entry taking up 2 spots in the show pool, $2.10. And wrapping up the racing for this week on Horses and Courses, for me, I think it's fair to say the most anticipated 3-year-old stakes race in February on the Kentucky Derby Trail, maybe forever. Alpha, 3-10 in the Withers.
And they're off. Alpha broke well on the outside, but it's How Do I Win and Spite City going for the early lead. How Do I Win goes on with it, has got the lead over Spite City. Hakama has now moved up on the inside of Alpha as the field goes into the Clubhouse turn. And it's How Do I Win with the lead. Right behind Spite City, Hakama, and Alpha. Tiger Walk is in fifth, and King Kid trails the field in sixth. The opening quarter mile in 23 and 3/5 seconds, they've reached the backstretch. How Do I Win? 3/4 of a length. Hakama on the outside is second by a little more than a length. Spite City down at the rail in third. The favorite Alpha in the clear on the outside in fourth, 3.5 lengths off the lead. At the back are Tiger Walk and King Kid. They continue along with How Do I Win in front here by a length over Hakama. The half mile in 48 seconds. Long shot Spite City and the favorite Alpha heads apart third and fourth. At the back
are King Kid and Tiger Walk. They're all chasing How Do I Win, who continues to lead as the field goes into the far turn. Hakama on the outside. Alpha is now third. Spite City down at the rail. How Do I Win, joined by Hakama, and those two are joined by Alpha. Three of them across the track at the top of the stretch. 3/4 in 1, 12 and 3, and Alpha has swept to the front. It's Alpha in front. How Do I Win battles on in second. Then it's Spite City. Hakama, and on the outside, it's Tiger Walk. Alpha leads by 3 with a 16th out. Then Spite City and How Do I Win. And Alpha has won the Withers as the big favorite here. Alpha by 3. Spite City was second, then Tiger Walk and How Do I Win.
Well, those beautiful Godolphin Silks, they used to take their 3-year-olds back over to Dubai and winter and then come for the Kentucky Derby and just flop. Now they're running on the inner dirt track. Maybe the results of the first Saturday in May will be different. I have to say that I liked what Alpha gave us. It looked like he was maybe getting a little tired in the middle of the stretch, but he appeared to level off nicely for Ramon Dominguez and then get a second burst of energy and finish up rather nicely, winning by 3+ lengths. This offspring of Bernardini, I think, marches forward on his track towards the Kentucky Derby. He receives $120,000 for this winning effort. I think Alpha's financial ticket is punched to the Kentucky Derby. Spice City finishes second. That's the longest price on the board at 44-1. And Tiger Walk checks in third. But a very, very nice performance for a 3-year-old in February on the inner dirt track. Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. Now, this coming weekend, we are expecting to see 2 of the classic winners from last spring show up in the Grade 1 Don Handicap. They have the Grade 1 Gulfstream Park Turf Handicap. So a big weekend, big Saturday at Gulfstream Park on next Monday's edition of Horses and Courses.